Are you gonna help me cook? Theo. He's sniffing you guys. Theo. Alright. And here she is now. My chariot awaits. Hi, Mama! Alright.
Good girl?
Good. I'm just gonna go get ready so we can head out to the store.
Deal. You got it.
Jasper, are you gonna help me cook? Yes? No? Maybe? What, you just want me to leave you alone? Alright guys, so I finished getting ready and we're gonna go to the store to pick up some ingredients that we need for tonight. We're gonna have a little fun and yeah, let's do it. Alright, so I'm gonna be honest guys, our store is like, what? Like not even 5 minutes away from us, like it's literally down the street. So I decided to take it upon myself to film a bunch of us driving around. So
Missing someone. Missing someone. Missing someone. With all your heart. Missing someone.
alright, so we are headed now downstairs to the store. So what I'm making tonight is going to be Cajun chicken pasta. For those of you who have not tried my cooking, it's fantastic. You can ask her. It's amazing, right?
It's amazing.
See? She's the best cook I know, so if she says it's amazing, it's amazing. No! We're on the job, okay? Mom! Wait for me!
So disclaimer, we're not putting cat food in the dinner tonight.
Why do you treat your cats better than you treat me?
Because they don't talk back and they don't demand money.
Sure, yeah. Stop! You're married.
Doesn't mean I can't love you. I don't want Snapple. But if you want Snapple, you can get Snapple.
Or we could get naked. Getting our food. We're gonna head home and we're gonna cook all this stuff up.
She's gonna cook all this.
I'm cooking all this stuff up. She's just gonna sit there and watch me.
I'm gonna be lazy.
For once in her life.
Yes.
Alright, so we just got back from the grocery store and I'm about to give you a little bit of a cooking lesson of how to cook Cajun chicken pasta, my favorite thing to make my family. And so, well, welcome to Sloan's Kitchen. Alright, so here's some of the ingredients you're going to need. This is chicken tossed in Cajun seasoning, we'll get to that. Chopped up green onions. Off to the right you have cream cheese, then you have some sun-dried tomatoes and butter, which again I'll get back to the butter and let you know what we're going to do with that later. Then you have garlic powder, pepper, basil, and sea salt. And I will show you how to put all these things together to make a beautiful masterpiece. So before I start, I love to chop up all my ingredients beforehand. So this is me just cutting up my green onions so I can set them aside and place them in a bowl for later when I'm going to use them. Here I'm cutting up my chicken so I have them ready. I want to make sure that I cut them into small pieces, like almost tiny nuggets. Make sure if any of the pieces are too big, feel free to recut them and make them smaller. So once you're done cutting up your chicken, place it in a separate bowl. Here you'll be taking Cajun seasoning. Normally I go by eye and just toss it in and just make sure I have enough to coat all of the chicken. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take your hands and you're going to toss the chicken and make sure it is coated all over. See, like here there wasn't enough, so I eventually went back in and added more Cajun seasoning because I wanted it to be thickly coated so it had a really nice rich taste. Now in the pan that you're going to be using, place a stick of butter and let it melt almost completely, and when it has gotten to that point, now you can toss in your chicken that you had just seasoned. You want to start cooking it. Make sure that the chicken is cooked on all sides and so it looks white and tender like this. And at this point, you're going to start adding in your ingredients. But first, now take a separate pot and start to boil some water. I put in olive oil to make sure that the noodles separate properly. Once your water has come to a boil, you now want to place in your pasta into the pot. Now you want to make sure that you're constantly stirring the noodles so none of them stick together, none of them stick to the bottom of the pot, and you want to make sure that once they look like this and they're nice and white, to test it, you can either taste it or throw it against a wall and see if it sticks. That's how you know it will be done. Now, once you know that it's done and it's nice and soft, you're going to want to strain the noodles. So here I'm just placing them into a strainer and making sure that every single noodle is out of the pot. Then you want to make sure to shake all the excess water out of the strainer, straining through all the noodles, making sure that they're mostly dry, and they should look just something like this. Now don't worry, I didn't forget about the chicken. Now you're going to start adding in your ingredients, such as like your cream cheese, your green onions. Next you're going to add in your sun-dried tomatoes. And now you're going to start adding in your seasonings. I do half a teaspoon of each, so half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of pepper, and half a teaspoon of basil. Now you're going to add in milk to soften the cream cheese and make it easier to mix all of your ingredients together. And after a while of mixing, it should look something like this. And you want to continue to cook it until it becomes creamy. Now you begin to add your creamy chicken sauce to your pasta, just layering it on top. Now for this part, I actually use salad utensils. You begin to mix the noodles and the chicken sauce together, making sure that every noodle and every piece of chicken is evenly coated. Make sure it's thoroughly mixed. Now last but not least, this is my favorite part, is you're going to add in your Parmesan cheese. So you want to coat it very thickly on top. I use one bag for the first serving. I make sure that I spread it all over, and then I begin to mix it together again. And as you're mixing, the cheese will melt and eventually it will still look like its creamy and original self. And it should look something like this once you're done. Food is done. Sadly, my brother is at work, so it's only going to be my parents and I.
More for us.
Exactly. Alright.
And the cat.
And the cat.
And apparently, and the cat. Alright, yeah, please serve yourselves.
Easy. I think Jasper thinks we should have set a plate for him.
Yes, I think so too.
Jasper.
He's looking at mine saying, is that for me?
I am all done with mine. Mom's all done with hers. Dad went back for seconds, and all my cats decided they wanted to join us.
I didn't kill that lady.
Say your name for the camera.
James.
How do you plead?
Percy. Plead not guilty.
Are you sure?
Well, if it's for being handsome. Guilty as sin.
Now, just to let them know, how long have I been cooking this for?
Been a few years.
Yeah. When was the first time I cooked it? Do you remember?
I know it was an Easter.
Yeah.
We were trying to figure out what we wanted, and she found it online and said, I want to make this. And so we went to the store and picked up all the ingredients, and she made it.
All right. Did you like the meal?
I did. I enjoyed it very much. Thank you.
What did you think of the meal?
Very good.
What was your favorite part about it?
I really like the sun-dried tomatoes. I like the chicken too, but the sun-dried tomatoes really add something.
Yep.
What was your favorite part about it?
Eating it.
How was it like really hard having to fend off all those cats trying to?
No, that's kind of typical. I did enjoy the overall blend of textures, and it sounds kind of weird when you're like eating, but the noodles combined with the cream, combined with the chewy of the chicken and the tangy tartness and if you will of the tomatoes, it's a really good combo. More than you needed to know?
No, that was great. Do you know why I cooked you this meal?
Oh, fine.
Because I wanted to show you how much I appreciate you and all of the things you do for me. And I appreciate how much Dad does for me too. And I wanted to show you by cooking you a meal, even though I cook for you guys all the time. I know this really isn't any different, but I wanted to show you guys that I appreciate all the hard work that you guys put in for me.
Thank you, sweetie.
Love you.
Too.
So do you know why I cooked you this meal?
Because we were hungry?
No. Because I appreciate all that you guys do for me, and I love you guys, and I just wanted to show you through cooking you a meal, and I wanted to show you guys how much I appreciate all that you do for me, and yeah.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Love you, Dad.
Love you too, sweetie.
What'd you think of the food? Theo. What'd you think of the food? Was it good? Little taste test right now? Well, if that doesn't tell you it's good, then I don't know what will. Alright guys, so that was it. My parents seemed to really enjoy the meal. I was really upset I wasn't able to cook for my brother because he was at work, but I know that he'll enjoy it when he comes back home. I really enjoyed this project because personally I love cooking. I cook for my family all the time, but I also love filming. It's one of the best things ever. But the one thing I really loved about this project was being able to give back to my parents and show them how much they mean to me, because you guys you can't even begin to understand how much they do for me and how much I appreciate them for what they do. So I loved this project. It was so much fun. Yeah, that was pretty much it. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you around. Bye.